In today's video, I'll show you how to use aircraft's radar for 4th generation fighter. Before you start, you have to bind the controls, so press escape, go to controls, under aircraft controls. You need to set some keys. So for me, air to air lock, I set it to F. Fire air to air missiles, I set that to space. This is radar on and off. I set that to R Alt like that. Switch between radar and IRST. I think that's infrared scanning, something like that. So you can switch between the two if you want. Change radar IRST mode. So this allows you to change radar modes. I set that to Alt B. You can set it to whatever you want, but for me, I prefer to use these keys. So this allows you to get visual lock. I set that to Alt W. You just put a sign and whatever you want like that. This is to change radar IRST search mode, Alt D for me. This is to center your radar. I set that to left control U. This is radar scope. This is to change the radius of your radar. It could be 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers, or whatever the aircraft allows, your radar allows. Set that to Alt Q. This is to select the target on your radar. Set that to Alt T. Radar lock, I set it to Alt F. And this is a horizontal radar. This is to move your radar, basically, from left to right. I set it to left and right for this one. Maximum, right arrow key. Minimum, left arrow key. Okay. Vertical radar, IRST target Q control. I set that to up and down. Up for maximum, down for minimum. This is radar tilt control axis. Set that to number lock 4. Maximum is number lock 6. Minimum is number lock 4. And that's basically it. So let's play. Here I have you can see on the radar on the right. So, my scope is picking that up, so I press Alt F to select that target. I can select my radar guided missiles. Alt S. I forget something. Did. Weapon selection. That's also very important. You want to know that. Switch secondary weapon. I set that to Shift S to select weapons. Different weapons. I'm going to switch radar, Alt B. This is TWS. I'm using my mouse cursor, as you can see, to on the right side to aim the radar to the left or the right so I can get different scans. Radar scale, it's at 50 kilometers. I'm going to change it Alt Q to 10 now. 25, 50, 90, 10. I like 50. If I want to lock that target, I press, so it does it automatically for TWS. But Alt, select S to select weapon, F to lock, fire. You can see the radar swinging because it's like tracking, so I want to center it. Control U. Selecting another target. I want to switch to radar to SRCPD. I want to select that target. Select the target, Alt T. I can select this one. There's only two that I can see. If you want to select a target, it's Alt T. You see multiple targets. You Alt W. This is to get a visual lock like that. The target is close. Alt W to get out of it. You want to change the radar visuals on it, you can by pressing escape to the option. Go to air battle setting. Use a rectangular radar. You could use something called target cyclic switching of radar. So you could use your cursor to select targets instead. Some people prefer this type of setup. I like the other type. I also like this as well. It doesn't matter. It's whatever preference you use. See, I could use the mouse cursor on the right. Alt F. Like that as well. Using this method is better if there's a lot of targets. So I can select that target. Select. If you want to make it easier, you can. Locking target. Let's try another key. missile lock. Or you can use my mouse button to do that. Okay. Okay, I can see multiple targets. I just use my this one. Bind it to that, replace the air-to-air lock. So my mouse is like that. That's a lot easier than using the keyboard, I think. Number lock 4 and 6 is for changing the angle, as you can see on the right side, 60 degrees. It should be at the center like that. If I press 4, it goes up. If I press 6, it goes, no, 6 it goes up, 4 it goes down. I like to select it right there. Visual lock, Alt W. This type of lock, visual lock, is used for when the target is too close. So you can get a very quick lock that way. I think that's basically it for using radar. You have TWS. This is called track while scanning, the more modern type of radar. SRC, there's many types. Just regular SRC is very primitive. So when you put your radar down, it kind of like gets all the ground cover and everything. But for SRC PD, HDN, SRC PD, these are more advanced. So it kind of like gets rid of the ground clutter. Basically, these more specialized type of SRCs allow you to target an aircraft based on its speed and stuff like that, or the direction it's moving. But when you use radar, there are some limitations to it. So when when your target is like moving perpendicular to you, 90-degree angle, moving horizontally, then you could lose the lock. That's the thing about radar. And at very close ranges, it's just better to use the infrared seeker or heat-seeking missile. But, you could also use your radar to lock on to a target, so you could use your radar-guided guns, which I will demonstrate. for TWS, all I have to do is select the target on the radar, like that. I don't have to lock onto it. See? Just like that. Lock onto this target visually. W. It's moving horizontally, so I kind of like lost it. Radar guided guns. That's for using visual lock, for using a radar guided gun. Close to the target. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna switch it back. Now back to normal, just like that. I can still use the cursor to do this, but on this mode, I cannot use the cursor to select targets. That's the only thing, but it functions the same way. But here I have two. I'll select Alt-T to select the target like that, you see? Instead of using a mouse cursor. Pretty much it for this video. That's how you use radar on a 4th generation fighter. As for the radar sweeping like this, earlier radars don't have this function. I think this is for newer radars that allow you to move your radar so you can get different scans, different angles and stuff like that. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.